pyramids representing the 13 full moons of the year.
You can see now this building doesn't have a roof. In the past, it was a square roof. This is not the original one. The thatch roof, we put it to protect the
See the iguana sitting up there?
building now. What's that?
The iguana sitting up there?
Oh yeah.
And here we can see some handprints.
Oh yes.
Those handprints have been found around the world 28,000 years ago, but here they should have a meaning because Mayan people were so advanced, they had a writing system, so they didn't put the hands by coincidence. In the morning, we are the first place in the whole country and the Mayan kingdom to get the sun lights because we're in the southeast of Mexico. So in the morning, this is the first place where the sun touch the land. So that might represent that, or it might be a signature, like the architecture signature or the owner of the place. There was 4 rooms, 2 in front and 2 in the back, and they have some kind of beds. In top of those beds, they put palm trees, sometimes cotton, and on top they put leather, might be jaguar or deer leather. So it was kind of comfortable. The first stage was these pillars, the 4 pillars, which represents 4 stages of the moon. The whole island was a sanctuary for the moon goddess, fertility and love. Ishel, the lady with the white face, because they represented with the moon. So the last addition was these 2 columns, because Mayas in the ancient times, they didn't use columns, just square pillars. The last they put was these 2 columns. When Chichen Itza, have you been at Chichen Itza?
I have not.
When Chichen Itza became the most powerful Mayan city from year 1000 to 1200, they were like the center of everything. So they start changing all of the architecture in the surroundings. So we're gonna walk this way now. Please be careful with the step. What was that for? That was like a well. The reason for these buildings to be here is the big water deposits. We have underground rivers with fresh water, so sometimes they cave on the side of their buildings so they can get the water easily. What you see over there, there is a big hole. It was a cenote in the past. When the hurricanes hit the island, it gets full of vegetation and dirt. So now you can't see the water. But that was the main cenote where they get the water for this year. Okay. What you see over there, that small house, is actually not a house. It was a sauna or steam bath. You can see the narrow places on the side. They put water with they burn wood, and the steam go up and went into the chamber. When the Mayan ladies were 13 or 14, they had the first period. They took it there to purify it. They stayed there for 1 day or 2 days. After that, they take them to get married. After married, they had their first relation. There was a very high chance, so they get pregnant because of the sauna. Fertility was something very big for Mayas because they wanted to reach from 11 to 13 kids.
Wow.
That's all?
So this was their cenote, the sinkhole. And this was kind of a cooler. They put baskets with food inside, so it's fresh there. The food preserves longer. Supposed to be connected to the cenote in the past. the buildings here were temples or houses for very important people. This was the house of the Halachwinik. In Maya, it means the man who knows. He was kind of a priest, and he has servants. Those servants were astronomers, doctors, people who pass their life uh, watching what happens with nature and recording everything, so they could know if next month rain is coming. So this guy, the Halachwinik, went out at the plaza and he told people next month we're getting rain, so it's time to put the seeds and everything. So when the rains come, people think that these guys were talking to the gods and he knows what's happening, but he doesn't know anything. He just has people who knows. Okay? He has his own plaza in front of the house and even his own temple in front. Look at this, one apartment. When they cave here, they take pieces of clay. You see?
Uh-huh.
This is amazing. So all of this is protected. I can't take it or try to put it together. But sometimes we find obsidian pieces or jade. When I found one of those, I keep it because that you can make jewels with that. And there is tons of clay everywhere. That might be one.
Yeah.
That might be jade. You keep it.
Okay.
Good eyes, huh?
It's neat. When the Spaniards came here, they put dynamite all over the place because they thought there was gold. But there was no gold here. This is the arch, and this represents the entrance to a holy place. When they came from there to here, when they pass the arch, they're supposed to be in a holy place. So if we keep walking all the way down this Mayan road, we're gonna get to the ocean because they came here in canoes. It's 7 miles over there, but there is like a surveillance spot, a half mile. Some people walk there, and there is more sculptures in the jungle, but if you want to go there, it's like 30 minutes to go, 30 minutes to go back. So mostly we make what's here in the middle. There is a square rock in the middle. Now we pay tickets in the entrance. At that time, they have to leave honey, cotton, jade, obsidian, feathers, leathers, anything. But they have to put something there when they walk in, which was for the governor. This road was smooth in the past. This is the mother pearl. They spread this mother pearl on top of the road, and they didn't walk in the day because it's very hot and humid. In the night, the moonlight reflected here. Let me show you. And help them to find the way easily. They make like a dust.
Okay.
They spread it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
So it was like a Milky Way at night. That's why they call these white roads Sagbes. That's neat. Now we're going to the main plaza. You tell me you came from Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have this plant back there?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, Mayan people use this plant. They break it like this. When it gets dry, they use this to make ropes because it's very strong. To make their tools, their sandals, their clothes, they use these fibers. And here we call this mother-in-law tongue. And it has the same name back in America because I asked people before and they said it's the same name.
Mother-in-law tongue. Oh, that's funny.
This is a wild lemon tree. You can smell it. Smash the leaves and smell it.
Wow.
Mayans knew a lot about the plants, how to make medicine with this. Nowadays, scientists found that this is good for sore throat, for flu.
So good.
So have you visited any other archaeological sites?
We went to,
Oh.
what was that?
La.
El Centro.
El Cedral?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's just a small.
Yeah, but there is something very interesting about that one. You saw the Mayan temple next to the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
That never happened. I mean, that's only there because usually Catholic people they build their church with the same stones as their temple. They destroy temples and they build their church.
Really?
But there they were trying to show respect because they were running away from a war. So they didn't destroy the temple. They put the church on the side and they told people you can choose where you want to go. This is the central plaza. It's the place where the pilgrimages end. Mayas from Belize, Guatemala, Yucatan, Tabasco, and Chiapas came here to worship the fertility goddess. This is the temple for the moon. You can see it has well in the past the roof was a ball, round, and that was square, like Chichen Itza. That was the temple for the sun. For the Mayas, the creator god was the sun or the snake with feathers. So here, where the stairs end, there was heads of snakes. When the Spaniards came, because they were Catholic, the snake was something evil for them. So they started destroying all of this. In the middle, we have an altar. They made animal sacrifices there, and that's the place where they brought the couples to get married to. Here we have a platform. We know that there they made like shows with musicians and dancers. There is paintings of Mayan bands of musicians with instruments. We don't know what they are or how did they sound, but for sure they have musicians bands. And all the place was surrounded by buildings with a square roof, and they were painted in red. On this corner, there was a market. for the high class. Here they trade jade, obsidian, and exotic feathers. Because the low class they trade food or clothes, but they had different markets. You can see some of them are like two columns together. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the back. My teacher said that the reason for that is that they were making the building and maybe it falls down. So they said, no, we have to make it with two, and they make it again because some of the guys tried to find another explanations, but my teacher said they just could made it wrong and they just put another column. And here on the corner is another tomb because Mayan people bury they love people close to them. And this is a small temple with four little like boxes in front where the people who came here put more offerings. You can see the pattern of the two columns on all of in front of the most important temples. That's how we recognize this is a temple, this is residential, or this is just a platform.
This is where they put the offering.
Yes. The road you see here is original too. Now it's like that because when people discovered this in 1870, it was all jungle. Like that you see there, it was the same here. So when they took out the trees, the road was like this. Mayas were here 4,000 years ago, but they used to live like in the caves. They started develop knowledge how to build stuff. Then when the Spaniards came in 15th century, there was around 8,000 Mayas living here. Well, not here. This was abandoned already in 15th century. And they start destroying people. People run away from the Spaniards. The island was abandoned for 300 years. In 1850, the Mayas were sick and tired of being treated as slaves by the Spaniards, so they started the Mayan rebellion in the mainland. That was the time when people start coming back here in 1850, and they start making villas. So they found this again around 1870, and they start taking out the jungle again. But the name of this place, San Gervasio, it's a Spaniard name because the people who came here, they were mixed Spaniards and Mayas. That was the time when they came to El Cedral too, and they built the Catholic Church next to the Mayan temple. This is bromelias, exotic plants from here. You went to the beach already?
Yeah.
Excelente.
They had fancy paths.
Yeah, this is a new path. And this is avocado tree, my friends. I want to share with you that after I get my license as a cultural guide, I want to make an upgrade to be a natural guide. I have to learn about the plants, about the birds, butterflies, flowers.
Okay.
This is a local avocado. It's a green long avocado. It's not the Hass, the tiny one. This grows better here. The Hass need more nutrients. They grow that at Michoacan and Chiapas. But here it's mostly limestone. We don't have a lot of soil.
Oh, the soil.
That's the reason too we don't have giant trees with big trunks. Do you know dragon fruit?
Yes?
Yeah.
Pitaya. We call that here pitaya.
Pitaya?
Yeah.
Pitaya. This is the plant of the pitaya. It's an epiphyte plant. That means it's not a parasite because parasite kill the host. These live together. They live good together.
They share.
They share
Nutrients.
like orchids, are the same. This takes humidity from the environment or from the tree. If it's here, it takes humidity, but it doesn't make any bad to the plant. What do you do back home for living?
I am going to school for earth science
Dirt?
and geology.
Wow, that's amazing.